From your perspective, should the Jews be gotten rid of?
Yes, they should. In every country.
All right, I'm going to stop you right there. I am Jewish.
You know, I said I might as well make this video since I'm stuck in traffic. And this is going to be Alex Jones versus Candace Owens. And this is going to be real short. You know, Alex Jones seems like he jumped on the bandwagon probably due to Trump's staff orders. You know, he jumped on the bandwagon to try to discredit Candace Owens because Candace Owens is investigating this Charlie Kirk stuff. Last line of defense, big guns, pull out Alex Jones. So now, Alex Jones is attacking Candace, saying that, oh, she don't have no credible sources. She's making stuff up. She's defaming people at Turning Point, making up lies and all of this stuff. And supposedly she has no proof. So now, Alex Jones, you're saying Candace Owens don't have proof, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, Alex Jones comes out, Candace Owens is a MI6 agent, blah, 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 you know, all of this stuff. Yet, you're calling Candace Owens an agent with no proof. So, basically, what you're accusing Candace of making up stuff with no proof, you're out here calling Candace Owens an MI6 agent with no proof. You know, Alex Jones wants people to go completely off of his own gut and just blindly trust him. No, Alex, you know how our investigation works. Candace Owens is just following leads. If somebody, you know, tips her line and says, hey, this is this, she looks into it. She doesn't just say, oh, this is her theory and just factually just say stuff. She's investigating. She's an investigative journalist. She's following the leads day by day on her talk show. But since she's in the right direction, you know, if you were playing hot or cold, Candace Owens is on fire, getting down to the nitty gritty, and the Trump administration, Israel, everyone is freaking out, and they have to do everything in their power to try to discredit Candace Owens. And we clearly see it. The coordinated attack to try to take down Candace Owens. Now, all of a sudden, Alex Jones is putting out a video saying, oh, the Trump administration is after him. I don't believe that one bit, because Alex Jones has never been critical of Trump at all. You know, he might disagree with him a little bit, but Alex Jones took that money because he's in so much hot water with that lawsuit. I mean, think about it. They destroyed Alex Jones. They came after him legally, made him bankrupt, and now, look at him, selling out. Now, Alex Jones was on Team Trump when it came to, you know, that first presidential run. But now, if you look at what Trump is doing now, you can't excuse what's going on. You know, Trump is still better than, you know, some of the Democratic slop that we would have got. But for the most part, man, it is horrible over there on the MAGA movement. Like, the MAGA movement isn't even the MAGA movement anymore. But I digress. Alex Jones became an attack dog for the Trump administration. And I'm pretty sure, hey, Turning Point USA might have threw some dollars to Alex Jones' way. You know, we never know. He needs it. You know? So, online, even on Twitter, man, people don't agree with Alex Jones on this point, and he sees that, and it's over for him. It is over for Alex Jones. Now, you're going to have some never Trumpers that just love Alex Jones. You got some Alex Jones fanboys. I'm a huge fan of Alex Jones, but my mind is free enough to see this propaganda. You know, and the biggest thing is that there's a little bit of jealousy coming from Alex Jones, Tim Pool, Ben Shapiro, all of those guys, because Candace has the #1 podcast. You know, they hate that. And look, one thing Candace Owens know is that they don't like her. She knows when she's in those circles, and, you know, Charlie, you know, had her around and stuff. You know, she knew that, you know, they looked down upon her. You know, they probably was nice a little bit, but she knows that they felt that she didn't deserve to be in the room with them. And mainly because she's black. And that's why she's going so hard. That's why she fights so hard, because she knows she has to be 10 times better than the next. And Alex Jones would have never went against Candace on this, but, you know, it's that slight jealousy. Let's talk about it. How many black people work at Infowars? I'll wait. Alex Jones is in Texas. You know, there's a lot of Mexicans, there's a lot of blacks, there's a lot of whites. How many black people work at Infowars? You know, the last black person that I remember, I can't think of his name, but this was like Trump's first run, like 2014, 2015-ish. He had a black reporter, and he left. He didn't even last like a year, I don't think. And then he kind of went on to do his own thing, but he didn't last that long. He started questioning a lot of stuff, like, man, this, you know, he just couldn't take it. So he left. We never heard from him again. And then he had one, I believe, black woman that lasted like 2 months. I completely forgot about her, but wasn't that long. Over the span of Alex Jones has been doing this 20 years. 20 years, 2 black people. You know, and Alex Jones doesn't have to hire black people because they're black. But you cannot tell me you've been on air for 20 years. You woke up numerous black people, and you rarely talk to any black people on your show, and you've only had 2 black reporters out of 20 plus years. That don't seem right. That don't seem right. So it's easy for Alex to get on Candace and let his frustration out, because he don't like her anyway. Tim Pool don't like her anyway. Ben Shapiro don't like her anyway. Charlie Kirk was one of those white people that, you know, it didn't matter. You know, he he probably liked Candace on the slick because, you know, you could tell Charlie Kirk wasn't one of those, like, what do they call it? The new generation, they call it Riz or whatever. Candace Owens probably was just happy Charlie Kirk was talking to her because, trust me, like, the black community, they still not 100% behind Candace Owens. And it's just because she's not ghetto. She's not acting trashy. She's not acting like Sexy Red. She's not acting like Megan Thee Stallion. She's acting professional and intelligent. So a lot of black culture kind of dismisses her. But, you know, just regular black folk like Candace Owens. But online, they're not the majority online. But Candace Owens has a lot of intelligent black people behind her. But, you know, we know that conservative right doesn't really care about Candace Owens. But she runs that movement, and now she's taking those people away. She's taking those people away from Trump. Like, if Candace Owens wanted to run for president, she would actually probably get more votes than Trump, because if they went into a debate, it would be a no-brainer. Like, she would destroy every last one. You know, the Charlie Kirk probably could have ran for president. You know, he was going to be groomed to be that one day. But now you woke up Candace Owens. You know, man, imagine if Candace Owens had 20 years of a talk show, of a platform. I don't know if they're going to let that happen. You know, Candace Owens just better watch it. You know, she said what she said. You know, we all know what's going on, Candace, and to be honest, Candace Owens, I know she wants to fight, but, you know, she doesn't have like $1 billion to, like, fight this war. You know, they might do her like Alex Jones. They might sue her into oblivion, and they might lock her up on some fake charges or something like that. You know, her husband has money, but not enough. Like, Alex Jones had money. Trust me, Alex Jones had money, but not like, you know, her husband. And that's her husband's money. So you gotta think about that too. Does he really want to risk it all over Candace Owens? Trust me, he'll move on in a heartbeat. And that's just being real. Like, before he lose everything and get sued and blah, 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 you know, he might be the one to stab Candace Owens in the back. Like, remember, Candace, like, they stick together. They stick together. Like, you can see it. And I think she's smart enough to know that. But Alex has sold out. He sold out for Trump. And everyone's saying, Alex, just go ahead and retire. Go ahead and retire. But y'all put in the comment section, you know, did Alex Jones sell out? Yes or no? Like, comment, subscribe.